Good afternoon, villagers.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, Mickey looks like he's just a face.
Yeah, let's just. I don't know who is the designer who thought in the right world. How about that? See, it's the dark bluish with this. I have no idea.
Yeah, I like it, but you know, it's fuzzy.
It's very fuzzy.
It's kind of like a velvet painting.
Yeah, it's one of those black, those posters that were crushed black velvet. That's what this thing is.
Hey, T. Marie Photography
Pam.
and Pam's fam, welcome to the stream. It is good to have you here.
Yeah. I'm playing with my fuzzy black Mickey. I need some happy in the world.
And I see the notification just went out. So we'll
let everybody build up.
Some people will come into the stream now. Oh my goodness, everyone, good to have you all here. I didn't get the notification. Oh my goodness.
I think the YouTube world is blowing up.
Hi, Ben.
So just...
Dilly. Is this Derek or is it Gregory?
Hello. Of course, and Gregory. He's reading all my memes that I cannot send anymore.
Todd is there. Hello, Todd. Mr. Fox Hollow. And Samantha, thank you for joining. Carlos, great to have you here. Everyone, thank you for joining. Cricket, Fox, good morning. How are things down under? I hope everything's fine down there for you. It's Little Explorer. Hello, Derek. How are you doing?
Wow, he's home.
Oh, he's driving home right now. Good, Derek. Awesome.
Good. I don't want you to drive. I just want you to listen and text.
Matt, Jack, Sandy Claus, Logan. I'm watching The Last Jedi right now. Oh, but thank you for joining in with us. And Dougie.
Yeah, I like the recipe. I really did, Todd. It was very delicious.
Dougie, good to see you here.
Oh, yes.
We had a delightful conversation yesterday
with the Scottish curmudgeon
on PTV Live with Dougie and also Paul.
Hi, Donna.
And Nathan. It was delightful. Donna, I hope everything is okay there in your home. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining. It is good to see you here.
How do we know it's Paul?
Because it's generally Paul. When
Cheryl.
In the same way that people know that it's me when you see
you.
Pepper Tree Villa.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we had a delightful conversation yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to be choking down.
Yep. We see Mr. More Sunshine, please. Season's Eatings.
It still smells.
Definitely. And Mike Whaler, thank you for joining. Pearl, hello there. So we had a delightful conversation yesterday with Dougie of Waltograms and Paul of that UK Disney couple, and also Nathan Staker. It was a wonderful evening, a wonderful day. We just had a wonderful time with them. But let's see. I was hoping for 5 minutes. Peace. Too much to ask. Here he is.
Oh my gosh. Cheryl's now sad. She's
seen the peeps.
Did you? Well, again, everybody knows what's going on, but the Peep Factory shut down last week or the week before last. And whatever peeps are out, they're not going to deliver any more peeps. So it's done.
Todd says peeps are the food of the devil.
Oh, they're gross. But we're going to taste them anyway.
I'll be honest. I've had peeps once in my life.
I've eaten them when I was a kid.
And there are other surprises coming up tonight on the Taste of Easter. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that in just a bit.
There's going to be a lot of gagging.
In the meantime,
okay.
We are going to talk about this day in Disney history. Good job. The replay last night had subsequent subtitles for when Dougie was talking.
Yeah. It was more colorful afterwards, but that's...
Oh, that's neither here nor there. Peeps. But we had a wonderful time. It was a lot of fun.
My consumer has peeps in his cupboard for like 10 years ago.
And he won't throw them away.
Okay. There's Nathan.
Hello, Nathan. Good to see you. That's wonderful.
Okay. So we should talk about what happened in this year on the years of March 30th.
Yeah. Dick Van Dyke. Jimbo King of Splash Mountain.
I don't know what Jimbo King is.
Mr. More Sunshine, please.
Oh, when he got trashed with all that water. Yeah,
yes,
that was thrilling.
Yes, Jim did get soaked. There's a wonderful video of him yelling at Matthew on that one.
Yeah,
that was great. I loved that.
You should know better. Don't go on the
We-
ride. You're going to get wet.
Jimmy Cranky from Aberdeen.
We Jimmy Cranky.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I just call him the Scottish curmudgeon.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so what happened on this day on March 30th?
Well, why don't you take the first one, 1913?
Okay, this one is kind of near and dear to all of our hearts, but especially mine. In 1913, again, we don't do deaths and births. We only pick out very selected people. 1913, one of Walt's 9 old men was born, Mark Davis. Now, Mark Davis is huge. Out of all of them, I think he's like one of the top of the 9 old men because he basically created with other Imagineers, but he was the lead Imagineer for Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion. So, and those are the most 2 iconic ones. Plus, he was pretty much create the most memorable characters as Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Tinkerbell, and Cruella.
Yeah.
So
How can you
he
forget
wrote
Cruella?
those. So.
He created Cruella's drawing. I mean, he did Cruella.
Yeah, he did.
That is amazing.
He is significant, Mark Davis, and there's a video I recorded for the 40th anniversary of the Haunted Mansion.
Mike Wheeler loves Mark Davis too.
Mark Davis is huge. So it's the 30th anniversary, 1999. There was a Haunted Mansion event at Disneyland. Mark Davis was there. He was already old and frail and super crusty back then. I recorded it. It's actually on YouTube. That was in August. He passed away that January. So I don't know. It's the last known recording of him, but it's him.
Yeah.
And so to have that recording and him to die right after that, like
that was at the Haunted Mansion.
On the Haunted Mansion 30th anniversary,
Yeah.
1999.
That's
August.
That's one of the
There's
first.
a video in there.
That's one of the first videos we posted. It's part of the PTV Disney playlist. So if you go to the 30th anniversary show, it's not the ride through. It's the other one where it was a
panel discussion.
It was a panel discussion, and Mark Davis was one of the gentlemen there on the panel.
Talking about Walt and the Haunted Mansion. So if you want to see that and see, I think is probably the last. I mean, I don't think he was in public because he was in hospice for a month and then he passed away a couple months after that. So
Paul says he'll be right back. Okay.
So yeah, so Mark Davis was born in 1913 on this day.
Also on this day in 1955, 2 things happened. First of all, there was a contract that was signed with Walt Disney. He had reached out to several of the major railroad companies in America to sponsor his railroad at Disneyland. And only one company reached out to him for that after that appeal. So on this day in 1955, the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe signed a contract with Walt to sponsor the attraction for $50,000 a year. It was a 5-year agreement. And at that time, $50,000 was a lot of money. But what's the equivalent today?
I did the math. $500,000. The railroads were that powerful in the 1950s still that they would cough up an equivalent of $500,000.
Yeah,
$500,000.
That's a lot of money.
Well, $500,000 that's a lot of money, and the logo was used on all the trains.
Yeah,
I love trains.
It was significant, but what that thing was in exchange for that money and the sponsorship, they were allowed to post the logo of the Santa Fe, as well as use their name in any promotional materials, that kind of thing. So it was a big deal to have corporate sponsors, especially in the early life of Disneyland.
Well, Walt was the master at getting sponsors. I
Yes.
mean, actually, he didn't really have to try later on. They were all coming to him, especially during the World's Fair. He was turning work down and they were begging him, I'll give you even more. I'll give you even more. Please, please, please. So
that's true.
You know,
That's
right
true.
before he died, people were banging down his door to sponsor.
So also on this day, there were 2 awards that were given out at the Oscars. The Academy Awards, they gave out 2 Oscars to the Disney company. In this case, it was for art direction and color, for it was for the documentary The Vanishing Prairie. It also won, and then strike that. That won Best Academy Award for Best Documentary.
Right.
The art direction and color and also special effects went to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So they received an
I
Oscar for
haven't
the special
seen
effects.
that movie.
I've seen bits and pieces. I've never seen it
Yeah,
from credits to end.
No.
Beginning to credits. I've never seen
Mhm.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I've seen scenes
all the way.
I haven't seen it.
I've also toured the submarine at Disneyland Paris. So that was
Donna,
that.
how was your dinner?
Uh,
What did you have, Donna, for dinner?
I'm not sure what she had for dinner, but I know that she's been suffering in her house. No air conditioning, 81 degrees inside the house right now.
In Florida?
In Florida.
Ooh.
Donna,
Yeah.
my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that right now.
Yeah, we're kind of normal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent film. I know it's an excellent film. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, I definitely have wanted to check that out. Fortunately, it's on Disney Plus, so we can check it out.
Yeah.
So that was in 1955. 1957, though, the Santa Fe Railroad actually sent some representatives to Disneyland, and Walt gave them a tour. So that was 2 years later. They wanted to see, I guess, what they were, the bang for their buck. But let's face it, even now we're still talking about the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe.
Yeah, which is no longer in existence. It was bought out by Burlington Northern.
Yeah.
Now it's called BNSF.
Yeah. It's no longer
There's
there.
only like 3 or 4 major railroads where there used to be dozens and dozens and dozens of railroads in the United States. Now there's 4.
Okay, they had pork chops with homemade mango salsa, potato, and cheese. Pierogies.
Pierogies.
I love pierogies.
Wow.
That sounds delicious, Donna. So that was in 1957. Let's move forward again. The Oscars were prominent always around this time of year. It's only in recent years that the Oscars have gone to being given away so much earlier in the year.
Yeah, in February.
But on this day in 1992, the Oscars were given out again. And on this day, Celine Dion and Peebo Bryson sang a song from Beauty and the Beast. They sang Beauty and the Beast.
It was her first song that she had to learn English because she was basically nothing in 1992. She got popular, and then what happened in 1997?
97?
Or was it 99?
97 for Titanic?
Yeah, it was 90.
That was 97.
Then she sung the Sunken Ship song, and she forever minted herself. But 92.
Yeah, 92.
She was nothing. She was a nobody back in 19.
She was 24 years old in 1992.
Yeah, she was from Canada.
She was very young. But yeah, so, Cricket, take care. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for checking in. Okay. But yeah, so she sang Beauty and the Beast with Peebo Bryson. It won the Oscar that time, as well as the score for Alan Menken for that movie. So it did win 2. It had been nominated for Best Picture, but of course it didn't win that year. But still, It was the first time an animated feature had won for Best had won a nomination.
Yeah.
They received a nomination. First time an animated feature had ever
Ever.
received a nomination for Best Picture.
And then after that, the Walt Disney worked with all the other studios to say, you know what, we need to change the policy. They worked with the Academy Award, and I think
I don't remember the first
6 years after 92.
It took some time.
It took some time, and they said, no, we need a Best Picture for animation, and because Disney knew that they were going to win, but they couldn't win through it.
They didn't win every year like they thought they would.
But thank Disney for putting that section on the Academy Awards is because of Beauty and the Beast.
This is very, very.
It's a really good story about how that came to be.
Do you want to take the one about Fess Parker?
Fess Parker went in 2004, went to the Smithsonian to donate his original caps, as well as a buckskin ensemble, to the Washington, D.C. Smithsonian as a, Americana thingamajiggy. So
the National Museum has a section that is dedicated to film and television. And in this case, those particular pieces are on display there at the Smithsonian.
You did Davy Crockett and Daniel Boone.
But you see, those coonskin caps were all the rage
Yeah.
in late 54 and 1955. They could not keep them on the shelves at Disneyland when the park opened.
No.
My brother Ron had one. I remember that one when I was
Does
a
he
kid.
still have it?
I doubt it.
Oh.
I remember it as a kid, though. We would play with that cap. I liked it.
Don't.
2007. The thumbnail that I put out there also included Meet the Robinsons in the thumbnail, and that's because on this day it was released in movie theaters in America.
God, I got itchies and scratchies. I'm all scratching myself. I'm just.
You okay?
I don't know. No, I'm not okay. No, we haven't seen Meet the Robinsons. If you could believe it, we've never seen that movie.
That is one film we have not seen.
That came out in 2007.
There is a tweet that's going around. People are saying, check off your list of films that you've seen, these Disney animated features.
We haven't.
Meet the Robinsons was not on that list. So I can say all the other films that were there, I've seen them. But in this case, I have not seen Meet the Robinsons. See, Nathan hasn't seen it either.
No, just it was also 2007 was
But
a very.
Noah says it's an underrated film. So we'll have to check it out.
Oh, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Just never have, and it's not on the radar.
Yeah. And then the final thing on the list for history happened in 2008. There is an attraction that was at opening day at California Adventure called Seasons of the Vine.
I love the music.
It was a small theater, really small theater, probably about 8 rows of benches, maybe. It was small.
It was 6. It was
So, yeah, 6 to 8 benches. It was a very small theater, but they had this movie that would play in there about the seasons of the grapevine in Napa Valley. And so they would take you through from beginning to end, starting, I guess, with winter, going on into spring, summer, and then finally fall when they do the harvest. And they showed all the processes of taking the grapes and crushing them, because you got to crush them at just the right time to get all of that in there.
Yeah,
all that grape goodness.
But yeah, yeah.
Hey, Rachel, thank you for joining.
I love Seasons of the Vine. And then when we were at the Food and Wine Festival in 2012 in Epcot, they actually played it.
Yeah. It was there in the old pavilion of Wonders of Life,
which used to be called the Festival Pavilion. And now it's going to be a pavilion.
It played in the small theater that used to play The Making of Me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's a good little nostalgia thing. Yeah,
yes.
It's now the Blue Sky Cellar.
That's right, Derek. It actually is right where the Blue Sky Cellar was. Or is now. So it was Season of the Vine. It's a great building. It actually does look like it's built in Napa.
They chucked it, like I said, they evicted it out of the building in 2008, and then it went.
Yeah,
I think probably shortly after that was the Blue Sky Cellar, because they were trying to promote they wanted DCA to show 2.0.
Yeah, World of Color, The Little Mermaid, and then finally Radiator Springs and Buena Vista Street.
Yeah, and then that went away, and then they put the Paradise Pier.
Yeah.
Pixar Pier.
Yeah, they did all that. But yeah, it's sad that they closed it. It was just because of poor attendance at that attraction. People really didn't know it was there.
No. It's in a weird Oxford place, and it's awkward to get to.
It is. You have to climb a set of stairs or go up a little ramp or something. It's kind of off the beaten path. It's just
awkward. It's just...
But still, it was a fun attraction. I enjoyed it. Well, thank you, everyone. Moderators, you know who you are. Thank you so much for your help with the chat, making sure things are going smoothly, and welcoming everyone into the stream. I really appreciate that.
So glad everybody's so chatty Cathy today.
And also our support channels. We have Two Real Geeks, the Orlando guy, Rob Fuzz, More Sunshine Please, and D&G Explorers. Now, I want to specifically single out 3 of the channels, and that's D&G Explorers, More Sunshine Please, and Rob Fuzz. Those 3 will be joining us tonight on our show, PTV Live, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We are doing the Taste of Easter. You don't want to miss this. It is always a fun and funny stream.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Derek, I feel the same thing about DCA. That part reminded you of old Epcot. DCA, when it first opened, it reminded me of Epcot and MGM Studios.
Yeah, so Jim says, see everyone tonight for the Taste of Easter. Peeps, hashtag Peeps show. Yes, definitely. Oh, thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Yeah, it is a little late for you.
Yeah, you won't be watching it. When you get done, when you do watch it, your teeth are going to hurt.
Yeah, well, Dougie says the same thing. I will be asleep and won't be able to catch it live, obviously, but we'll be able to add it to my watch list and catch up Thank you, Nathan.
Please
Appreciate
do.
that. Definitely. We have a great time with this one. Rob does a lot of commentary while we watch Jim and Derek and Gregory, and of course Ben and the two of us were
Need
competing.
replay
I think our
therapy.
sister Sherry will be joining Ben tonight on the show. She usually joins us for the taste.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing.
So hopefully she'll be there. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also tonight, it's going to be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Josh, with Practically Perfect Park Hopping.
Okay.
That's the beginning of Magical Monday Mayhem. That's what Josh calls it. So Magical Monday Mayhem lasts for 4 hours. It starts with Practically Perfect Park Hopping at 7, Steve's World at 8, Mickey's Magic at 9 with Meg, and then at 10 o'clock, PTV Live on Pepper Tree Villa. Yeah, Jim, definitely. Yay, Sherry. I'm looking forward to seeing Sherry tell you some of these things, because I'll tell you, some of these things that we have to sample, I've never eaten. So it's going to be very exciting to try some delights, some, I guess,
need a nap.
Easter
I need a
delicacies.
snack. I know.
Yeah, Doug's falling asleep here. Maybe I should go get him down on the couch so he can take a nap.
I need something.
But everyone, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, one more thing. TheLivePlace.com. Dean of TheLivePlace.com. He's there.
He's good
He
people.
sponsors our show. And our store is recently back open. Spreadshirt has reopened the doors for their warehouse where they do all the printing. And
they closed down?
They had closed down for a couple of days, but they're back open.
Oh, I thought they just recently closed down again.
No, they're back open. So their warehouses are in Pennsylvania and in Nevada here in the States. So go check out shop.spreadshirt.com/peppertreevilla. You can find our merchandise there. And don't forget about Lofi the Snowman, one of our mascots here at PTV. His merchandise will be going away at the end of April. It's going to be going back in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he's going to melt away for the summer, and then we'll resurrect him.
We'll see what happens in the fall and come Christmas.
We don't know. It might be new.
But we'll just
I don't know.
Find out what's going on.
The world is changing by the hour, and everybody knows that. So who knows what's going to happen?
Oh, look at that. Myers and the Mouse are going to be on Steve's show tonight. Oh, wonderful.
Wow.
That's good.
Okay.
So, yeah. Myers and the Mouse, another friend here in our village. Everyone,
Yeah,
thank
they're
you.
good people.
So, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of PTV Live. We will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific with another edition. But don't forget, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. 7. Let me strike that. Let me try that again. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Tonight, the Taste of Easter here on Pepper Tree Villa for PTV Live. In the meantime, everyone, have a magical evening and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see you tonight on PTV Live. Bye.